This is Jake with A.G. Russell Knives, and I'm going to give you a quick tutorial of our website. Let's start with the home page. This main image here will usually be the front page cover of the newest catalog you've received, and it will link to the product shown there. If you're looking for the weekly special, you can always find that at the top of the header there, right there in the middle. This little slider here will show you some of our newest videos and articles, guides, and it'll also go to some popular categories like Randall knives and Dozier made knives, etc. These 4 products here will always be the 4 newest products that we've received, and that will be both website only and catalog. So whichever was the four newest products we've gotten, you can find them there. But let's go to the heart of the matter and look at the knives. Alright, so we've arrived at the knives page by clicking on knives in the header here. We automatically filter for A.G. Russell knives, War Eagle knives, and A.G. Russell Shopmade. The sorting will automatically default from newest to oldest, so you'll see our newest knives. And if you go to the last page, you'll see our oldest knives, or alternatively you can change this from oldest to newest, and this way you can see some of the knives that have stood their ground through the decades. Classics like the one-hand knife and the Woods Walker. You can change how many knives you're seeing per page. So if you only want to see 9, and also that would help with getting a faster load time if you're having problems loading the page. Or if you want to see a whole bunch of knives, you can click on 99. To change the view and see the knives a little bit bigger, you can change it from this grid view into a list view, and that will give you a much bigger picture all in a row, and you can just scroll down that. Get a nice close-up look without clicking on each of the pages. I prefer grid view. To see all the knives, you can click on Clear All Filters, and that will show you all the knives from newest to oldest and all the brands. As you can see at the top here, we have over 1,700 results, and that will fluctuate a little bit. That's 1,700 different pages, so any knives that have multiple knives on the same page won't be counted. So you can see we have quite a bit of selection, probably closer to 3,000 different knives. If you're looking for a particular brand or handmade maker, we'll say handmade maker, you can click on handmade knives. This will give you a list of all the handmade makers we carry. So if you wanted to see just Keith Murr knives, you can click on Keith Murr there, and we'll filter for Keith Murr. It'll give you a little bit of background on him there, and you can see some of the different handmade knives he's coming out with. This the Pocket Hunter with Camo Micarta, it's got a front pocket sheath, really interesting knife. You should check it out if you ever get a chance. Or you can click on Factory Knives here and click on one of these brands, and we have quite a few different brands to choose from. All the classics, Buck, and all of those. Or we could go back to all knives. So let's take a look at some of the filters. Taking a look at the filters here, you can see we start with brands, so you can filter for specific brands if you wanted to look at A.G. Russell knives. And on any of these, if you click on just the brand, it will give you a quick description of the brand. If you're clicking on multiple brands, it's not going to double up on you. It'll just go straight to those brands, so Benchmade and A.G. Russell in this case. But let's say we're looking for a classic traditional pocket knife. So let's take Benchmade off. We'll keep A.G. Russell. We'll look at some of the Buck knives and some case knives, and who else has traditional? Cattleman's Cutlery, Canal Street's got some nice ones. Let's see, other traditional. Mazarin has a few. Mazarin, Shatton Morgan, can't forget them. And there's definitely other ones who have traditional queen. Queen cutlery is a great one. Okay, so we're looking for a traditional knife. The difference between brand and maker: brands are going to be brands and makers are going to be handmade makers, or at least shop made. You can filter for knives in the last 30 days, which the traditional ones tend to be older than that. Style, we're looking for a traditional style, so that's going to take out all the non-traditional. So if you notice the lightning bug goes away and the buck verge goes away. Construction, handmade or factory, we'll leave construction off. If you have too many filters, you'll find you'll run out of selections. You just kind of only do the ones you know you want. Knife type, let's look for a slip joint, I think. So we're going to click on slip joint here, and that's going to filter out all the fixed blades, any of them with locks, and then the lock backs. So those will go away when we click on slip joint here. Purpose, you can click on everyday carry or fishing. So if we did fishing, you'd see the case fishing knife, slip joint. Everyday carry is typically what most people are looking for. Something like camping and traditional, there probably won't be that many results because camping knives tend to be bigger. But yeah, there are a few hobo knives. There you go. But yeah, let's go with everyday carry. If you're looking for a specific price range, you could do that. $50 to $100 is typically the ones I get personally. Steel, you can choose between specific steels. Again, the more specific you get, the less results you'll get. For example, Case is always going to use their special True Sharp steel. So this will clicking on True Sharp's probably going to give you only Case results here. But if you click on something that's not True Sharp, then you're not going to get any Case results or any results at all. Some of these steels are really specific and are only in specific types of knives. But if you know you're looking for a specific steel, you can go through the steels. Handle materials, definitely can help you narrow your choices down. So we have 71 results. So if we want to go just bone, that'll bring us down to 30. That's a pretty good reduction there, filtering those out. And then lock type, since we already have filtering for slip joint, this won't really affect it at all. But if you clicked on a lock, then they would all go away because we're already filtering for slip joint right there. So you can unclick them from here, or you can uncheck them from this list right here. So if I want to take off button lock, we can do that right there. Alright, so if you click on a product page, it'll show you the main image, all the different options there, any suggested products to go with it. So if it was like a non-stainless steel, we'd typically suggest something to protect it. Right here we have the details. For our knives, we'll always give a pretty good detailed description of how big it is, what it's made out of, kind of a little bit of the history of how we decided to make it, and AG's thought process behind the design. In our specs, we're always really detailed with ours. We always have a specific blade steel, so you know exactly what it's made out of. We'll give you a Rockwell. We'll tell you what blades are in it. Brand will give you again an overview of the brand. So if you're viewing a knife with a brand that you're unfamiliar with, you can get at least AG's take on their brand. Testimonials won't show up on every knife, but for those of you great customers who email in and give me a testimonial on something you've purchased, I can put a testimonial on a particular knife, and that way people can see whether you liked it or didn't like it, etc. So if you want to keep your filters, let me go back. You can share a specific knife on Facebook or Twitter, or you can email it to a friend, or you can add it to your wish list. That's a new thing. You can, if you're logged in, just if you added it to your wish list, it'll have you log onto your account. But if you want to keep all your filters, you can click on Return to Products. Alright, so we've gone over the home page, the knives page, the product page. There's a few more pages, the accessories, and you can look through those. We also have the steel chart, so if you want to see what each steel is made out of and what the carbon content is, you can see that. Typically the higher carbon content, the better it is, typically. And if you want to learn more about each of the ingredients to steel, you can click on that, and that will take you to our Knife Encyclopedia and tell you a little bit more about that. Or you can go to the Knife Encyclopedia, which is on the header there, and we have lots of content for that, and we're actually working on updating all of this content, and we will get there. Another thing we're working on is giving you more information about knives in general. We have the knife sharpening navigation page now, so we have currently 6 videos on sharpening. We'll have several more to go, I think at least 10. Or you can click on one of our articles and click on and read through one of those and learn about sharpening on stones, for instance. Or you can watch one of our videos, and AG is explaining how to use different things
that will behave much the same.
We also have content about ourselves as a company, our great guarantee, and all sorts of other information, shipping information. If you have any questions or want to submit a tutorial, please feel free to contact us. You can click on Contact Us right here. And you can submit your experience. You can let me know about some internet issues. You can ask questions about products or an order you have. Or you even just give us a call. We have our phone information and our address. You can come into the retail store. And that's our website tutorial. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Please subscribe to our channel and have a good day.